Hey everybody, day 21. I'm super excited for you because that means you have made it through the training. And we're so excited that you're a part of our team, and we're so excited that you dove all in with this training and that you've made it to this video, which means that you're done with the training and you're ready to rock and roll as a new coach. And so for today, all we're going to do is just kind of wrap up the last 20 days of your training, and I'm just going to read through the checklist that you guys had starting with day 1, and then, just kind of talk about a couple of things with each of those, and that's going to be it. So obviously the first thing that you started with was envisioning your why, and that's the most important thing as a coach, because you really need to make sure that you have a purpose and a passion for why you're in this as a coach, and always be able to reflect back on that whenever you're having your good days and your bad days, and really just remind yourself why you got into coaching in the first place and what makes all of this so worthwhile for you. You should have also learned how to set up your EFT in your online office so that you can have, your automatic deposit, so you don't have to worry about getting a paycheck in the mail and then going to your bank. You should have looked at, or you should know now your basic URLs. You should know your Beachbody link so that you can send to people so that they can join with the membership. They can shop for your products, or they can even join our team as a coach. And so those are some of the things that you should know by now. You should be more familiar with navigating through the Coach Online office. It's going to take some time for you guys to get used to that, because there's so much stuff in there, so many vital resources. But that tutorial that I gave you guys broke down a lot of the basics and where you need to be. But obviously it's going to take some time to really be able to navigate through it and feel comfortable. But again, that's what your team pages are for, and that's what your upline coach is for. So if you have questions about anything in the online office, where to find stuff, then make sure that you reach out to them, because they'll be more than happy to answer your questions. We've talked about Success Club and what it is and how to get it. And we also talked to you about the importance of success starters. Those first 3 months in, not only does it guarantee you a free ticket to Summit in Nashville next summer, which is huge, saves you about over $300, but Summit's a game changer, guys. You need to be there. And it's also a statistic that we've talked to you on several occasions about, that all coaches who hit Success Starters their first 3 months in the business will earn 106% more than any other coach does if they don't hit Success Club in their first 3 months. So that's a huge, huge incentive for you guys. So hopefully you've been in your first month by now, that you've hit Success Club in your first month, and then those next 2 months you're really, really pushing so that you can get those perks from Success Starters. We've gone over social media tips. We've talked about the 3 vital behaviors. We've talked about Power Hour and the things that you need to make sure that you do on a daily basis. And we've talked within the Power Hour of using your time wisely. Sometimes, a lot of us have full-time careers, or we're students, or, there's other things in life that we have to do besides coaching. And so you really need to make sure that you're using your time wisely and really using that Power Hour, whether you're sitting down for an hour or you're breaking it up into different segments during the day, that you're utilizing that time to make sure that you're doing all of the things that you need to do in order to have a successful business. Make sure you know your products, know what you're talking about, know why Shakeology is important. Add value to it, add value to the workout programs, add value to any of the supplements, any of the products and programs that you are going to promote as a coach. You need to make sure that you understand those products inside out. So that way you can really talk about why they're so vital, why they're so good for your challenger. Because if you don't know about them, then what's going to make them want to get into that? So again, make sure that you know your products. We talked about challenge groups. By now, most of you new coaches are probably in your challenge group apprenticeship program where you're with your upline coach and you're running a challenge group with them. You're learning the ropes, you're learning how to post, you're learning the importance of challenge groups to keep challengers on, and you've also learned how to invite to challenge groups. And so hopefully by the end of this training and by the end of the group that you're with, you'll be ready to rock and roll with your own challenge group, whether you're by yourself or you're with a success partner. We've talked about dealing with price objections and adding value to your products. We've talked about the importance of personal development. Make sure that you're doing at least 10 minutes a day of personal development. When I first started, I thought, personal development, don't need it. You totally need it. This is a business where you're going to get told no a lot. You're going to have a lot of negative feedback from people in your life, and you really need that personal development to build as a person before you can build as a business owner. So again, that's so important. And you can find in the file section of your team pages, you can find different options and recommendations for personal development books, audios, videos, anything like that. And then again, if you want to reach out to your upline coach or to your team, I'm sure a lot of them can give you some suggestions as well. You should know the compensation plan by now, rank advancement. We should know that the biggest rank to hit and that you should be striving for right now is Emerald. And then there's the Ruby rank, and then there's the Diamond rank, obviously, and then there's your Star Diamonds. And so we want to see all of you guys at Diamond by the end of the year, striving for Star Diamonds. And so you guys should know exactly how to get to each of those ranks. You should also have looked at how to invite someone in as a coach, how to add so that you get rank advancements and you grow volume on your team so that you see your income growth as well. Understanding coach placement. Do I place them on my strong leg versus my weak leg? What do those mean? You should know exactly what those mean now, and you should know how to find it by looking at your downline in your online office. We've also talked about how to produce top performing coaches. When you start adding people to your team, you become a leader, and the speed of the pack, or the speed of the leader, is the speed of the pack. So what you do, your coaches are going to duplicate. And so if you really want your business to thrive and you want it to grow, then you need to show your team that you're a leader, and you need to show them exactly what you're doing so that they duplicate that. So not only are you successful, but they're going to be successful as well. We talked about the importance of team calls. Okay, so make sure that you're getting on your team Zoom calls. I know my team, Team FabFit, we have them the first Thursday of every month. So make sure that you're getting on those. We do record them, but I promise you that whenever you plug into a live call, that means you're all in. You're there. You're plugged in. You want the information. You're seeking, you know, the knowledge that your coach has for you. And a lot of times, yes, life happens and we can't get on them. But how many times do we say, oh, I'll watch the recording, and then more life gets in the way, and then you're not able to do that, and you miss out on some of that information. So getting on those team calls and always developing professionally with your team is very, very important. We showed you the Smart Start training, the top tips for new coaches. That was a long video, but it had a lot of really great information, and it kind of wrapped up some of the stuff that we'd already talked about throughout the training. But those were some really great tips. You talked about how to run amazing challenge groups. And then from there, once you've got challengers that love your challenge groups and see how much they motivate them and how much they work and how much the encouragement really helps them to reach their fitness goals, then you can look at turning those challengers into coaches. And so, again, I mean, that's everything that we've gone over the last 20 days. And we're really excited to have you guys on. You're ready to rock and roll. We know all of you are going to be super successful, so please take all of these tips, take all of these strategies, take everything that you've learned over the last 20 days and really put them into practice. It's very easy to watch these videos and take notes and then just let your notebook sit there. But when you take those notes and you put them into action, that's when you're going to start to see success. You're going to start to see growth. You're going to start to see everything that you want to see and why you got started as a coach in the beginning, because you were excited about the opportunity to grow as a person and to grow a business. And, you know, whether you're working full time and your goal is to stay at home now, or you're staying at home already and your goal is to provide income for your family, whatever your why is, whatever your goal is for the business, you always have to make sure that you take what's given to you and you put it into action, because if you don't do that, then you're not going to see success. And that's just plain and simple, but that's anything in life, not just this. So again, so excited that you made it through the training, but don't stop here. Don't think that I've got 21 days of training and that's all the training that I'm ever going to need. No, you grow day. I'm still growing. 2 years down the road, I'm still growing every single day. And so that's what I want you guys to make sure that you're doing. And so again, so happy that you made it through your 21-day training, and get your business off the ground, get ready to rock and roll, and get ready to be successful.